2027 World Junior Championship is coming to Edmonton and Red Deer. Don't miss your chance to celebrate a holiday hockey tradition you'll never forget. Ticket packages won't last long. Your best shot at seeing Team Canada at home is to sign up for the priority draw. Don't wait. The draw closes January 6th. Sign up free at hockeycanada.ca.
Strange scene for Canada's third goal. Tristan Pettersson goes flying into the corner. He loses the steal in his skate. He's stuck. He can't get off. It's a 5-on-4. He doesn't know what to do, but Canada knows what to do as they find the extra attacker, Zane Parekh, who not only scores a goal, but makes the delivery of the steal back to the Danish bench so that Pettersson can slot that back into his to-go bag and get back on the ice. Those are the new blades. Instead of sharpening skates, now you just pull off a piece of steel that's not sharp.
There's a new one.
It
trigger on the blade holder that pops it out.
It takes 15 seconds as opposed to 5 minutes. But the downside is occasionally
they pop out.
They fly out.
Now, getting off the ice with the blade popped out is an art form.
Yeah, it's not impossible. You can do it. We have seen it. It's not something you practice very often.
Verhoff plays it around to McKenna. And McKenna tries to work that free. The bouncing puck goes to Hage. Feeds that back to McKenzie. Ethan McKenzie.
Back door.
Sends it back there for Verhoff, who jumped up both defensemen in deep.
He had him, too, if he put it on his tape.
And now Martin flips it back in for Canada. 9 to go here in the opening period. Verhoff steps up. And the puck squirts free at the line. It's chipped out by Oliver Green. Oliver's dad, Morton, was the GM of the Danish team that beat Canada at the World Championship. He'll be the GM of their Olympic team as well. They qualified for the second Olympics. And it's a big hit there on Larson.
Whoa. That packed a punch.
Hanford waits for the line change to be completed and slides that ahead to Aitchison. McGinley. Up ahead for Martone. Martone works in, shovels that towards the goal, and Misa digging for the loose puck, but Patrick Tejan has it in the Danish goal. Keishon Aitchison says hello to Oliver Larson in the first period in Minnesota.
Still very good.
I'm not against the new stuff.
No?
Lots of great new stuff, but
we got lots of time in the hotel rooms to kill, so.
One game tomorrow here in the tournament. On this side, it'll be Latvia versus Canada, or Denmark rather. The Swiss will play Germany on the other side. So really, two games tomorrow that have more relegation implications. That's fed in by Martone from Misa. In for Iginla. Puck in the slot. That's knocked down by Elias Olsson. He's got Martone all over him. Quarter Martone. Going to kick that free for Iginla. Now Martone has it. Centers it for Misa. Skipped away from him. And Martone has it back. For Aitchison. Back to Danford. Ben Danford swings that back in. Martone looks for Misa. The pass ticked away from him.
Too unselfish.
Danford, long wrist shot goes high. Loose at the side of the goal for Martone. Back down to Iginla. Iginla, and that pass shot just missed Misa in front. On comes Parekh from the bench. Aitchison holds and wrists that back in the corner for Misa. Misa back for Aitchison. Crisscrossing with Parekh. Aitchison winds in. Walks right in and shoots and put that wide. Aitchison back on it. And Olsson to the line but not out. Knocked down by Parekh. On comes Carter Bear from the Canadian bench. Here's Bear with it. Played back. Aitchison and Bear with a shot that's kicked out by Tejan. Cole Reshny loose behind the Danish goal. And here's Parekh with it. Parekh. Great pass down to Bear. He tried to center that. It was knocked away by Emil Jakobsen. And icing called against the Danes.
Invest with Fidelity, and reaching your goals may just take less time than you think.
And Keyshawn Aitchison already had a huge hit in the first period, looking for some offense as well. You can't forget he had 19 goals for Barrie before he left for Campion. Just
as a defenseman,
scrapes that one past the post.
Bear knocks that down. Carter Bear and Keaton Verhoff draw into the Canadian lineup. Liam Greentree is a healthy scratch along with Carson Karls. 22 skaters, 3 goaltenders on the IHF rosters for this tournament, same as the World Championship. Parekh looks down for Luchenko. That skipped off his stick. Luchenko back with it. Feeds that back. Luchenko taking a stick in the face there. Parekh. Chris crossing with Reed. Now Parekh, another look. Pivots back. Reed. Parekh. Rashny slides it back, and Bear with a hard shot, and Tejan makes the save on that. Shots are 12-1 Canada here in the first period.
Carter Bear looks very comfortable. Now it is Denmark, but he is fitting right into the spacing and the timing of the offense.
Desnoyers knocked off the puck. Now Brunik back to pick it up. Harrison Brunik steams ahead, gets by Linda. Brunik still with it. Shoots from a sharp angle. That missed wide. 5 to go here in the period. Desnoyers with a shot that was blocked by Marcus Jakobsen. Joliet looks ahead and finds his man Clevo moving in. He shot that wide. As Clevo sends it back in front. That's knocked away. Clevo, the only drafted player on this Danish lineup, a 4th-round pick by Florida. Almost got the Danes on the board there. Desnoyers drops it back for Baudouin. Desnoyers back for McKenzie to Brunik. And Brunik, the Calgary native, to McKenzie. Shoots the top of skate and wide. Desnoyers lays that back down. O'Reilly centers it. Desnoyers turned, or Baudouin rather, turned away point blank by Tejan. So we mentioned the Danes qualified last year, but their 3 goalies were all 2005 born, so they're too old to play here. The question's often asked, why can't the promotion tournament be held the same year that the team appears here? But there's relegation and promotion at every level. Wouldn't work. Hayes tries to bank that back in front. You'd have to play the tournaments in order from bottom up.
Right. Shifting everyone up as you go, and you run out of months to play that work.
Right. And then the calendar. The team that wins would have to play in 2 tournaments in the 1 year.
Which they probably would take.
That stick sawed in half on Hayes. Now it's center ice. Reed has it back. Now centered by Martin for McKenna. Into the glove of Tejan. A late poke from Martin draws the attention of the Danes. 3-0 Canada.
Shots 15-1, and it could have maybe been worse because the stick to the chin of Jetlachenko went unnoticed and uncalled. He was cut and bleeding. That would have been a 4-minute double minor. And given the way Canada looks on the power play, and given what Denmark does in the PK,
right,
it could have been bad news.
Misha Donskov, the assistant coach on the left, with Dale Hunter. Donskov working full-time for Hockey Canada now after being with the Vegas Golden Knights for a few years, including their Stanley Cup year. Considered one of the bright and innovative thinkers in the game. Like you. Verhoff got crunched there. Looks down to Misa. And Iginla back after it. Iginla pulls that free, slides it back to Reed. And Reed flips it back across to Verhoff. Verhoff winds in. He's knocked down there by Berenson. Reed steps up and keeps that alive. Plays it back down to Iginla. Berenson trying to gather that back up. He's got Misa on him. Reed flips it back in for Iginla. And Iginla lays that back for Martone. Spins and shoots. That's blocked, and Martone gets it right back. Looking for Iginla in front. That goes off a skate. Now Verhoff with it. He sends it back door, and Martone just missed on that. The puck goes up and out of play.
The skipper. They got off the top of Martone's stick, and Verhoff doesn't look like he's going to be shy in his first game. He's up the ice. He's driving backdoor with and without the puck. He's hanging on the blue line. He's an offensive player trying to make offensive plays from the defensive position. That's what he has to do. This one, beautiful pass, just bounces on the landing. Martone can't get it.
By the way, Verhoff drew the second assist on the Coots goal, so he's got a point here in the tournament. It's actually a goaltender till he was 11 or 12 years old.
So there's no excuse not to block shots.
Less equipment might be one, but
well, it's more a question of will.
Played for Canada at the Linker Gretzky Cup this past summer in Brno, Czechia. They won a gold medal with Canada at the IHF Under-18 tournament last spring. Canada's won the last 2 IHF Under-18 tournaments. Coots makes that free. Reaching forward is Reshny. Plays it back down to the Danish zone. Coots pivots back and drops that for Danford. That wrist shot was picked up by Reshny. Moves it back to Aitchison. Keyshawn Aitchison. Carter George might have to take up a hobby here. One shot faced here by the Canadian netminders. It's played back down to the Canadian zone.
But when asked about the 7-5 win he played in, he didn't talk about giving up 5 or being disappointed. Just the fact that they won was what made him happy. A real good demeanor for a high-stress position like goal.
Here's Pettersson, shoots. That was blocked by Baudouin. Got it back up by O'Reilly, and Sam O'Reilly brings it out. With Brunik driving, centers it. Baudouin with a chance, turned away in tight by Tejan.
Baudouin's going to get one in this game right on the doorstep at some point. He's got about 3 already.
Final minute of the first period. Brunik works that back down to Desnoyers. Baudouin back down to Desnoyers. Has a quick look back. Brunik winds and shoots, and that goes off. Ceylon in front, up and out of play.
One thing Canada will try to work on is when they get full possession in the offensive zone, they get the puck back to the point. How do they want to move their forwards around and maybe open up more lanes to the net? And right now they're having a hard time. Even when they have full possession, all those shots are getting blocked, and there's not enough motion to open up lanes. Correct backdoor.
Here's McKenna with it. Perek had moved up. Here's a pass across to him. Perek drops that back to Martin. Oh, what a move by Hage. And another. And another. Trying to flip that back, but it's knocked down and out by Stromstad. Martin goes back, and Stromstad was raising after his own shoot in there. Perek off the heel of McKenna, and Reed has it back. Emil Jakobsen. Played back across. Martin centers that. McKenna shoots. He missed the open net. Right at the horn. Gavin McKenna misses an open one that would have made it 4-0.
Perek laughing. McKenna not so much. That was a really good play for the line, playing it right to the whistle. McKenna turns it over. I'm thinking it's a one-timer here for Martin, but he goes one more pass, and there was enough time and enough net for Gavin McKenna to get the second of the period. He just toe hooked it through the backside, and he cannot believe it.
3-0 Canada leads. It's day 4 of the 2026 Worlds in the OHL. He's got 25 points in 17 games for them.
You always like being able to identify what can you do at a super elite level with him at skating. He is an incredibly fast skater, which will serve him well when he gets to the NHL.
Frederick Ruin plays that around. It's chipped ahead, and a chance now for Linda, the Danish captain. Brunik chips at the Baudouin. He lost it. Lind scores! On the turnover, Lind feeds it to Mats Clevo, and the Florida Panther draft pick has Denmark on the board.
Denmark gets a jump to start the second period. Broken play, but Brunik gets back to it, doesn't handle it, and as Baudouin comes in, the quick stick of Sjolden pops it loose. Sjolden not only makes the hit, but also forces the turnover, and behind the screen, Clevo goes short side right over the shoulder of Carter George on just the second shot of the game for Denmark. Gets them re-energized in this one.
Clevo plays in the Swedish Junior League for Frölunda. His third year there.
If you want to be the line that gets to start every period, you have to be so rock solid. Baudouin's line has been that largely, but a little loose there.
Now Misa back with it. Misa banks that back to Reed. And chip back to center ice. Picked up by Misa. Looks back to Barak. Misa chips that to Iginla. TJ Iginla. Try to center. Now Misa with a chance. And a save made in tight by TJ. Here's Iginla back with it. Poked off his stick, and he'll retreat to center ice and play it back across to Barak. Looks ahead for Martone. That skipped away from him, and puck was played with a high stick.
Exactly what Denmark would hope for, to get a sense of potential belief and engagement in the game. Sjolden does a really good job. You have McKenzie drop behind the net because he's looking for a DDD pass. Brunik doesn't get back there in time, can't make the play, and then when Baudouin overskates it, there's nobody really in front of the net. Other than Clevo and the other Danish defender or attacker that was screening Carter George. Carter George won't love that one, though.
Here's Hage back on it. Knocked away from him by Fredrik Amundsen. And Tijan leaves it down for Bertram. Mark. Does that bounce away? Danford. That's a little cross check there from Amundsen. And Aitchison has it back for Canada. He's shouted there by Oliver Green. Feeds it across. And here's Danford. Long pass ahead to Hage. He's pulled check, and it's brought back by Grossman. Swept back down by Green. Aitchison directing traffic.
He says, I'm not listening to you. McKenna just took it off his sticks, and I'm not listening to you either. That's why they should have, though. That will change.
Emil Jakobsen swings it back in. And now Marcus Jakobsen jumps up. Up to center ice, and Reshny knocks that down. Marcus Jakobsen plays it along the boards. That was played back by Reshny. It was off Verhoff and back down the ice. And now brought in by Luchenko. Backhand shot. And Tijan makes the stop, and on the rebound as well. At the line, it skips away from McKenzie. Brought back by Mervo now. Or Cleveland, rather, that's brought back for Rund. Off the stick of Luchenko. Verhoff looks ahead for Kuntz. He finds Reshny with that pass. He chips it back down to the Danish zone and goes off on a chain. Lead pass by Parekh for O'Reilly. Drop back by Baudouin. That pass to Desnoyers. Baudouin.
Another high stick.
Yeah. And a penalty coming to Denmark. As the extra skater Martone comes on. And Desnoyers swings back and regroups for Canada. Poked by Bundgaard. And Martone back with it. Porter Martone in last season in a game against Denmark at the World Championship. He was part of Team Canada. Was defeated by the Danes in the quarterfinals in Herning.
We've already seen this once.
Yeah, Gavin McKenna in the pre-tournament. inadvertently batted one into his own net. Now the lead pass for Misa. Danes still haven't touched the puck as Misa's got it. Drops that back, and that shot hammered wide by Martone. Martone at Michigan State now in the NCAA. Third in freshman points when he left for the Canadian camp. In comes Misa, shot kicked up by Tejan. Still loose in front, finally picked up by Salon. And finally with the high sticking call to Denmark, and Canada back to the power play.
And with Baudouin fixing the blood coming out of his mouth, that's going to be a 4. And a 4 that was missed in the first to Denmark was seen in this occurrence.
Denmark, number 3, double minor for high sticking.
Yeah, get somebody up top, it causes an injury. This puck battle. Oh no, it's his own stick. They can challenge that.
Yeah.
And they're going to make sure that that was Baudouin's own stick that got himself. And here we go. We're going to have another review, and I bet this one comes off. This we already had an over the glass.
Yeah.
That was challenged correctly with involving Baudouin because the puck hit his stick. It didn't automatically clear. And here we go.
Penalty under review.
And they will review this to see that it was Cole Baudouin's own stick. He just said it.
Yeah, he just said it's my own stick.
Yeah, and so that's it for the power play, and we will continue on 5-on-5. Strange sequences.
So Denmark doesn't appear to have challenged this. This seems to have come. They sounded the horn.
The yellow light in the penalty box, which is like the officials' delay light, came on. So maybe someone radioed down to say that that was not going to be correct.
After review of the play, the penalty is cancelled.
Keep it simple. It was canceled because the contact with Cole Baudouin was from his own stick.
Right.
No penalty. So that's 6 minutes of penalties that have come off the board.
Yeah.
Correctly.
Yeah.
For Denmark, and 4 minutes that should have gone on that were not called.
Yeah. Does that work for speeding tickets? Can they do that? Review those and asking for a friend.
I rarely speed, so I'm not sure.
The only way you'd be speeding on the roads around here is if you're wearing skates on them, because it is super icy here. As that's fired down, icy call against the Danes.
It's been a winter wonderland the last 36 hours, and temperature has plummeted down.
Hot chocolate sales are soaring here. It's been
hockey weather.
Yeah,
what it is.
Yeah.
Great day to settle in, and 4 different games on to watch today.
Yeah, United States battled back against Slovakia, beat them 6-5.
Oh, Michael Hage gets a win, but they don't let him keep it.
And Hage has had his struggles in the face-off circle. He came in with 7 wins on 26 draws.
I don't know. Is it because he's using his feet? I'm not sure. Moving his stick around, the stick got in too early. I'm not sure why they blow so many face-offs dead after the fact.
There's another win for Denmark, but McKenna pulls that free.
Oh,
McKenna thought about it. Rolled off his stick. They'll play back across to Reed. Well, we've already had one highlight reel goal today. Another penalty coming. That'll be a slash to Denmark. The centering pass by Perek is broken up, and Canada will go to the power play here with 5:16 gone in the second period.
Amundsen takes another quick penalty, hard slash onto Perek's stick. You can hear it all around the rink.
Number 11, 2 minutes slashing.
The incriminating evidence was in the sound it made.
Yes.
Reverberating around the arena. And Amundsen is a feisty player.
And Canada will finally go to the power play after having a couple of them negated by review. Canada 1 for 1 on the man advantage, scored 9 seconds into their first. Lutsenko, Ginla, Misa, and Martone the forwards. Perek on the back end, and here is Perek. The goal already tonight for Misa, back to Perek. 2 former Saginaw teammates go to work. Here's Martone back across. Misa trying to chip that back in front to Iginla. Martone walks in, fires it, rattles wide. And Barek able to hold the line for Canada. Pass bounces back to Luchenko. Looking across to Iginla, and that's moved back out by Berenstain. Misa for Iginla to Barek. Misa going to drop that back to Luchenko. And Luchenko feeds that back down to Martone. Martone to Barek. Back across to Martone. Feeds that down to Misa. Right down Main Street. Barek feeds it across. They score. Porter Martone. Power play goal. And it's 4-1 Canada.
Porter Martone, the captain, gets his first past the goalie.
Right.
And a power play goal. Power play looks so dangerous. Michael Misa orchestrating this whole thing, moving himself and moving other people. When you go below the goal line, it is human nature. Everyone gets drawn in deep. And if you can go through the seam, which Misa does, then everything opens right back up. Correct. With an easy pass, and Martone with an easy finish into the empty net. But that is a quarterback and Michael Misa taking control, forcing guys to move the puck, move their bodies to get it where he wants it. Ends up with Martone with an empty net on a backdoor one-timer.
Scored the empty netter against the Czechs in Canada's first game, the 7-5 win. McKenna, rink wide to Martin. And Martin feeds that back. That pass is picked off by William Bundgaard. And now Bundgaard taken down. And a penalty coming to Canada. It'll be Brady Martin who goes off.
Here's Brady Martin. Just a poke in the foot was enough to knock Bundgaard down for the minor.
6.5 gone here in the second period. Canada 4-1 lead on Denmark here in Minneapolis.
Spots Barek up top, and it all flows nicely from that. That is a secondary assist, but number one orchestrator of the power play goal.
Canada's penalty killers are 4 for 4 so far in the tournament.
Sam O'Reilly, right shot, own end face-off. That is his call.
But the Danes control it. Clevo plays that back to Marcus Jakobsen. Here's Jakobsen. Back to Clevo, who has the Danish goal. Bundgaard, for Clevo, that's knocked down the ice by Reed.
And we've seen the captain, Linda, number 22, plays over in the opposite Ovi spot. He can really shoot it if he gets a one-timer.
Plays for Chicoutimi in the Quebec League. Linda flips that back for Jakobsen. Bundgaard or Linda shoots into the midsection of Carter George. He'll hang on to that.
And Canada's comfortably in control of this game. They're dominating it. They're almost certainly going to win it. But the ability to stay focused and execute the game plan with discipline is what Dale Hunter will be preaching for the next 33 minutes. Stay with it. Treat it like it's 0-0. Treat it like it's an elimination game. Best you can. It's hard to, but that's the challenge for Canada.
Controlled again by the Danes, but the puck moved out. Luchenko's in it, and Luchenko moves ahead with Reshnik. And Luchenko fires it back down the Danish zone. Marcus Jakobsen spins back for it. Plays for Sioux Falls in the United States Hockey League. Oliver Green looks down to Clevo. And now Reshnik picks that off. And McKenzie moves it back. And Luchenko's got a step. In comes Luchenko short-handed. And Linda got a stick on him. And the referee said a stick lift, not a hook. George out to play it.
Look at that wrister, Carter George. I'll file that one away next time there's an empty net. Yeah. Crowd appreciating the clear.
He has scored a goal.
Yeah.
Clevo up for Green. Rink wide for Linda. That's poked away this time by Baudouin. And O'Reilly almost off to the races. Now Green works in. Green feeds that back to Olsen. Takes the return pass. Olsen shoots. That was blocked by O'Reilly. Final seconds now, the Danish power play. That pass is interrupted by Baudouin. One shot for the Danes as Martin steps back on. And here is Brunick with it. Pass ahead quickly to Baudouin. That shot goes wide. O'Reilly trying to dig that free. Moves to the side of the goal, and Tijan quickly grabs that.
Jet Lachenko with a very appropriate first name because he can really skate. And this is the second time he tries to go in alone. Now, was that a stick on the stick on stick? Stick on the hands? You tell me, Gord. That's very handsy to me.
And you see the referee right away saying it's a stick lift.
I disagree. Now, that's a puck lift by Carter George. If you're going to go up the middle for a goaltender, you got to elevate it higher than anyone's head.
Right.
Because you're not shooting it hard enough that they won't catch it if you don't.
Rune up ahead to Stromstad. That shooting goes off a stick. Up and out of play. 9 gone here in the second. Denmark will play tomorrow against Latvia. And there is the record for Carter George at the Hlinka Under-18 Summer Tournament, the Under-18 Worlds, and the World Junior. 13-2, a .909 save percentage, 5 shutouts.
13-2, and somehow he was on a 5th place team last year. That kind of record.
Canada lost late in that quarterfinal game of the Czechs. Second straight year that Canada has lost the quarterfinals since the program of excellence began in 1982. That's the full-time national junior team program where they send full teams to the tournament instead of a club team. Canada's never finished out of the medal 3 years in a row. McKenna centers it. That's missed by Martin. Now McKenna spins back. Back with it. Back across to McKenna. That pass skipped away from him. McKenna pivots back away in the corner on Rune. Centers it, trying to find Martin. Still loose. Knocked down by Verhoff. Verhoff plays it back to Aitchison. That wrist shot is blocked, held by Verhoff at the line. Keaton Verhoff swings it back down to Hage. Looks for Verhoff. And Verhoff pulls that back across to Aitchison. To Verhoff. Flips it back down to McKenna. And McKenna winds in, shoots, and that's knocked away by Tijan. And that's backhanded up and out by Tristan Pettersson.
That one's going to be a penalty.
That is a penalty for delay of game.
No review.
All day, every day. Canada up 4-1, going back to the power play at the World Junior Hockey Championship.
That ball every single time.
Denmark number 9, 2 minutes delaying of the game.
So finally a penalty called, not challenged, not reviewed. Canada back to the power play. They have been pretty efficient tonight. 2 for 2 with 2 shots.
Shanko trying to kick that face-off free, but it's knocked down the ice by Marcus Jakobsen. Parak. Up ahead to Misa with a full head of steam. Misa drops it off to Iginla. Shoots, that's blocked. And Jakobsen gives Iginla a cross-check. Martone feeds it down to Iginla. Back around to Misa, jumping up as Lachenko for it. Misa got it back up. Feeds that back to Parak. Martone. Looks back across. Parak. Misa back to Martone. That skipped away from him. Laid back to Parak. Now Lachenko to Misa. Feeds it back. Parak slap pass across for Lachenko.
Same kind of idea. It was there.
Now Martone. Parak directing traffic. Lachenko back for Parak. It skips off his stick and back out to center ice. 8:45 to go in the second. Parak falls. And now looks ahead. That pass goes off Clevo to Iginla. Parak. That goes off a skate of Clevo. And Parak goes to the bench shaking his head. Iginla in with Hage. TJ Iginla drops that back for McKenna. Broken up by Sebastian Stromstad. Martin works up. That's picked up by Stromstad and sent back down to the Canadian zone. to McKenna. In for Hayes.
Wants it now.
McKenna calling for it. Shoots. And Toja makes a stop on that. Now Martin knocks it towards the goal. Stolen by Martin. Back for Hayes. Shot blocked. Loose in front. Tejan down. McKenna fires. Tejan makes the stop and knocks that to the corner. Martin slides it back. Here's McKenna walking right in. Back door he goes. It's over the goal line. Tejan swatting at it. Keeps it out. I got some help from a defense there. As the Danes send it down. 2 shots for Canada on that power play and very nearly a goal at the end of it.
Gavin McKenna trusts that he can put the puck anywhere he wants, no matter how many bodies, skates, sticks are in the way. And these are a couple of great opportunities to shoot. He's got all the time in the world that he wants. He tries to find Martin back door, and he does put it virtually right on his stick. But Martin, how does that not go in? Martin shoots that, and it stops.
Jesper Kramer at the end knocked it away.
I think that's a TC Chen double hit. I think that was on the forehand, then jumped to his backhand and stopped himself.
For those who are not familiar with 90s golf, TC Chen was a player at the Masters who hit the ball twice and took a 2-stroke penalty. His nickname from then on was 2-Chip Chen.
I think everyone knows what a TC Chen is in hockey. Double hit.
Do they?
Everyone who listens to our broadcast do.
They do now. Fired back down by Baudouin. Here's O'Reilly on it. Desnoyers to O'Reilly. Sam O'Reilly picks it free and shoots, and Tejan makes the stop on that.
Tejan settling in a little bit.
Yeah.
Denmark not attacking, but certainly defending perhaps a little bit better and getting some breaks as well. Here's maybe one more better look at it. Oh, he hit the post. He hit the post on the first chip. When Brady Martin went direct to the net, hit the post, and that's what bounced it out into the crease. But again, I still think Gavin McKenna, who am I to say that Gavin McKenna don't pass that puck, but I think he can shoot that in the net. I think he can take that puck on those seam passes and shoot it past the goaltender.
Broken stick for Braden Coots. So Bear buys some time. Coots has a new stick. And Bear has the puck in the corner. Aitchison steps up. Slammed back in by Luchenko. Amundsen back around for Rune. And Aitchison slips that back down to the Danish end. Here's Coots. Banks back to Danford. Danford shoots. Tejan makes the stop. It's still loose. And finally, Tejan has it. As Luchenko was in there digging.
Tejan having a hard time finding the loose puck, bouncing around his pads. Then Danford walks the middle, body position by Luchenko. That Amundsen, boy, does he carry a heavy and high stick. Watch him get the stick in the face of Canadian player heading towards the net, trying to seal off access to his goaltender.
Reed back across to Brunik. Tries to drop that back. Martone on it. And it's batted back out by Linda. Ginla. Looking for the return pass from Misa. As Misa drives in. It's across for Ginla. The glove save made by Tejan.
Michael Misa is so much better tonight. Not just because he has the puck, he's just skating so much better. Ginla's asking, did he catch that in the net? Was his glove inside the net? Misa just drives wide, cuts middle smoothly, kicks it over. And Ginla with a little chip, which is what you're trying to do. How close was this to going over the line? No, Tejan got him. What a save. Really good.
There is one Danish goaltender in the National Hockey League this year, as there has been for so many years, Freddie Anderson. 4 Danish skaters. Reed knocks that away from Clevo. Linda peels back out of the corner, drops that back, and fanning on the shot was Marcus Jakobsen. Misa. Knocked off the puck. Jakobsen centers it. Gathered back up by Martone. Banks it ahead for a Ginla streak again. On Scholdan. Ginla wins that race to the puck. The Ginla drops it back for Hage. Page fans on the pass, and that's a regroup at center ice. Got Scholdan all over him, but slides it into Martone, who bats it in and goes off on a change. Back at center ice, here's Verhoff with it. Cross to McKenzie. In comes Martin, the shot, pad save by Tilgen. Now McKenna slides that back to McKenzie. McKenna shoots, scores! There it is. McKenna fires it home, his second of the game, and it's 5-1 Canada.
I knew we could shoot it past the goalie from there.
TJ had no chance on that one.
It's probably option number 4 in his supercomputer brain when he's evaluating what he wants to do, but he sets up shots all the time in the offensive end, over on his off wing, roll out, seam pass, and that's a stubby release wrister. So Linda's putting a stick towards McKenna. As McKenna releases it, he doesn't fall through. And goaltenders have a hard time picking up that stopped release. And McKenna goes post and in for his second of the game, second of the tournament. Probably should have 3 by now, the one he missed at the end of the first. His offense is coming to life.
Yeah. 6 points in 3 games.
Which will put him, depending on what else happens today, right amongst the league tournament leaders.
And again,
he's underage. He's not even draft eligible, or he's draft eligible.
Just turned 18. It's rare for draft eligible players to make a big difference in the tournament, but then Connor Bedard kind of wrecked that. Picked back up by Baudouin. Dropped back and then shot by McKenzie, knocked up by Keegan. Back when Celebrini was also pretty good draft eligible. Following up, but
hey, ruin it for everyone right after them.
Well, it's just the standard gets set differently, right?
There's been some great NHL players that played not drafted and did not dominate this tournament.
Pettersson winds in for the Danes. And back to pick it up is Reed. Across he goes to Parak. Zane Parak. Chips it across to O'Reilly. Drops it out for Desnoyers. He's got some room. Looking for the back post. That was blocked by Berenson. Back at the point is Reed. On the line, Parak. Lobs that wrist off the post. Rebound, Reed fires. And Tejan makes a stop on that. There's that little flick by Parak. That time from distance and he hit the pipe. Stromstad works in. George makes the stop and bounces high in the air into the corner. And now Parak with it. In comes Luchenko, streaking in. Luchenko with a step. Drops that back. Pounded on goal by Reshny. And Reshny's second try to stop. Back at center ice is Aitchison. Chip set to Coots. And Bruin plays that away. Now the play offside at the Canadian line.
Zane Parak knows everything that's going on in the offensive zone. He goes to Sidney Crosby post up here. You see him put his skates together. He's giving the passer a target. Tyler Bertuzzi making a career out of that this year. And then this shot you talk about, it's just about finding it through to the net. And he has got that down to a sweet science already. Lots of guys in the NHL can shoot it hard. Not that many guys can find the lanes to get it to the net.
Top CHL defenseman in 2024. Picked 9th overall by Calgary that year's draft. Emil Jakobsen has that go wide. Here's Reshny back on it. Aitchison banks that back around for Brunik. Flipped high in the air to center ice. That drops down at the feet of Marcus Jakobsen. Now scored by Luchenko. Coots back across to Brunik, and chance in front there for Reshny, turned away by Tejan. Aitchison. Brunik. Played back but picked off by Scholdan. Schuldan works his way in, backhands it on goal, and George makes a stop on that, drops it down for Luchenko. Fifth shot of the game for the Danes. As Brunick knocks that down, Linda plays it back in. Martone back around for Misa. Clevo plays it down, and a quick chance there for Bundgaard. Was blocked in front by Aegis, and that staggered him a bit now. Worked back in front, and a chance there for Bundgaard, and that's knocked away by Brunick. Clevo. Move there towards the goal. Linda tipped that wide. Final minute now of the period. Linda. Back to Bundgaard. Centers it. Bouncing puck. George is down, and he hangs on long enough. They got a face-off.
Good save by Carter George as Canada gets running around in their own end. They got tired defenders. They had one tired forward out there, which were not tight with their coverage or puck decisions. And Linda circles the wagons here, and he finds Linda's right back door, and the puck had gotten through. There was two guys back there. Bundgaard finds Linda. A good save for Carter George, probably his best of the night.
Danford up the center ice. Knocked down by Bundgaard. Bundgaard was part of both the under-18 and World Junior teams for the Danes that won promotion from Division 1A to the top division in the IHF. Amundsen works in. McKenzie plays it back around, waiting for it there is Danford for McKenna, up to Hage. With Martin moving in, Hage goes behind the back. Centers it, and that trickles down to Tejan. He'll hang on to that.
Michael Hage every now and then pulls out some moves. He likes to sell that shot and go with the drag through his feet, and he can do it while sort of sliding laterally as well. Get a great look at it here. You sell middle, I'm going to shoot it, and then a hard cut back to the outside, and leave the defender in his stride, standing still. And one chance to win it back to McKenna.
Hage wins it back. McKenna shoots, and it goes off a stick and wide. McKenna plays it back in the corner. Marcus Jakobsen, as time winds down the period, shoots, fires that wide. And Canada adds two more and has a 5-1 lead on Denmark.
Head coach of Team Minnesota and would drive the boys to and from the rink.
Max Plante starring for Team USA at this World Junior Championship.
And they hope they see each other again at some point down the road.
McKenzie back across for Brunick as the teams begin the third period, 5-on-5. The fourth and final game of the day on day 4 of the World Junior Championship. That shoot it at the referee. Martin Jobag right in the knee, and he's trying to shake that off. As O'Brien chips that back down to the Danish zone. O'Reilly rather, and now back at the line. Skips away from Brunick. Back to pick it up as Reed. Harrison Brunick. Pittsburgh's second-round pick in 2024. 18 first-round picks on this team, 3 seconds, and 3 more who will be first-round picks.
And 1 undrafted player. That guy's been passed over by the draft.
Right. Ethan McKenzie.
Ethan McKenzie. I don't consider McKenna, Carroll's, and Verhoff undrafted.
Right.
They're just waiting their turn.
Right.
Which is coming up soon.
In comes Misa. Centers it. It's tipped on goal by Martone. Misa back on it. Back at the line for Perek. Zane Perek dances through. That little wrist shot goes off the stick of Bundgaard. Up and out of play.
Michael Misa talked about wanting to shoot more, wanted to have the puck on his stick more, and wanting to skate and drive the net better. He has done all those things in today's game. He's very crafty. You could see, you know, his mind looking to always give the defenders something to think about. And he's been good tonight. And I'm going to carry that forward against a much tougher team next game. A good positive start.
Regulation win tonight secures no worse than second for Canada in Group B. And they'll close things out on New Year's Eve against the Finns.
And we'll see what happens when the U.S. and Sweden play each other, but they're about the same. USA's, we're here in the States, so that's the difference, but they're both good teams. There's no real one that's better than the other.
And in single elimination games, as Canadians know well, lots could happen. Verhoff plays that back. Green drops that off. Working in is Amundsen. Rolls that towards the goal, and George makes the save and hangs on. You think about Canada's recent history in the tournament. You know, the 2 quarterfinal losses the last 2 years. 2 gold medals the 2 years before that. But, you know, you think about the one in Halifax. A narrow win over Slovakia in the quarters. Right? Thomas Milic makes a great save. The Slovaks hit the post. Then Bedard goes down and scores the overtime winner. The year before, Canada playing Finland in the gold medal game. Mason McTavish makes that incredible play to keep the puck out of the goal line. And Kent Johnson scores the golden goal. The margins are so thin in single elimination tournaments. As Reshny works in, look at the backhand shot away. Plays that back to Verhoff. And keep that in mind with the Olympics coming up. There's Reed back on it. Belarus over Sweden in Salt Lake City, and a host of other upsets. Kuntz centered that, it bounces off Reshny. And it brings up, you were talking about the Olympics and the intermission, as it's brought in by Olsen. And George makes the stop on that. Could the Finns, the Swedes, the Czechs, someone beat Canada?
In a one game, of course.
Could they beat them in a best of 7?
No.
Or the U.S.?
No.
Canada and the U.S. would be very difficult for those teams to beat in best of 7.
But a great goaltending performance, or an off goaltending performance, or penalty trouble, whatever.
Canada's most dominant Olympic team was in 2014.
Yep.
They were life and death to beat Latvia in the quarters. Took a Shea Weber goal in the 3rd period to beat them 2-1. Baudouin chips out ahead. Picked up by O'Reilly. On the side of the goal, a quick chance there for Baudouin. Turned away by Tejan. And now McKenzie shoots, that goes wide. Brunick shoots. He hammered that off target. McKenzie steps back up. Desnoyers able to hold the line, feeds that back across to Brunick. Tap back by Baudouin. Desnoyers rolls that wide of the goal. Stepping up is Brunick for Baudouin. Move back ahead, the lead pass for Clevo. He negates the icing as he gets squeezed there by Baudouin. Ethan McKenzie from West Kelowna, BC, fires that back down to the Danish zone. Aitchison up ahead for Misa, streaking in. Michael Misa gets a step and shoots, and Tejan knocks that away. Martone for Misa, shoots short side, scores. Martone to Misa, and it's 6-1 Canada.
Could sense it. It was coming for him. Better and better and better. Just a matter of time. And this is what I love to see. Stop and go to slow. Flies right back. The defender puts it to the net. Stays in motion. And then nice little reverse feed by Porter Martone. But the skate through the neutral zone. Canada needs more of this. More pace and attacking the blue line with speed. Misa's showing that he has it, to a degree that he hadn't shown so far in the tournament. And a nice finish as his offensive night continues. His game tonight might be the single most positive thing. Is that a monkey coming off his back and getting chucked in the rafters?
Yeah. He's got his first.
Because he had 1 goal this season. Right? Between all the injuries and the stops and starts.
Played 7 games for San Jose, scored once.
Incidentally enough, he scored here in Minnesota.
Right.
At the Wild Rink, so only good vibes in mini for Michael Misa.
It's a narrow specialty.
Well, for this tournament, it works.
McKenna out with Aitchison. Keyshawn Aitchison looks back for Hage. That pass is broken up by Stromstad. Picked back up by Martin. Lead pass for Hage. Drops that back. The pass misfires. Brought back by Grossman. Reed works a tree that's picked off by Olsen. But Martin chips it ahead for Hage. McKenna calling for it. The lead pass finds McKenna. In comes McKenna. Oh, the movie scores!
I hope this is onside. I really hope this is onside.
Hat trick for Gavin McKenna.
Those hands. Oh, my goodness. That is preposterous. Breakout play against the H. He slings it through traffic to McKenna. He's in alone. Short side. He doesn't like what he has in the backhand, but he's got the wherewithal. Looks like it's onside. Yeah, not by much, but he should be okay. To see that there's still room to come back short side with room to spare. Gavin McKenna, that is sweet mitts.
His last hat trick was also scored for Canada in the gold medal game of the 2024 under-18s against the United States.
That was highlight reel stuff.
McKenna set the record for Canada that year with 20 points at the under-18s.
Family approves. There's your Jofa going for a whirl.
Whoa.
Probably breaks when it lands. That's the problem. And a smile. Love to see it. So much pressure on him all year long in this tournament. Love to see him having fun scoring goals.
We talked about Canada needing a feel-good game regardless of the opponent. Misa, McKenna, the big guns feeling it tonight. Heading for the showdown with Finland. Reed slides that across, and the long shot by Carter Bear is stopped by Tejan. Gavin McKenna's got 3. Canada's got a 7-1 lead on Denmark.
Play, beautiful pass from Michael Hage over to him, empty netter. This one finally elects to shoot it and shows what a good shot he has. And maybe the prettiest of the bunch for the trick. Gonna be a lot of tricks in that bag. Get around Tian and tuck it home. His 3rd, Canada 7th, and smiles all around.
Knocked down by Luchenko for Bear. Parekh. Winds through the offensive zone. Zane Parekh feeds that back to Reed. Cameron Reed moves around Clevo. Drops it back to Bear. Long wrist shot, hit a leg in front. The rebound. Reed's shot was blocked. Now Luchenko has it back at center ice. Luchenko, the London, Ontario native. In across the line, Luchenko. Plays it back across for Bear to Parekh. Now the Danes are back in action against Latvia in the only game on this side. And that will close out their preliminary round. Danes' hope is to survive, either by winning that game against Latvia or in the one-game relegation playoff.
Also, if they win, they get to the quarters.
Right.
Not just staying alive, they can play again.
Dana with a shot. Knocked away by Tejan.
Good hands.
Knocked down by McKenzie. Dana for Baudouin. And now Verhoff a long shot. That was blocked. Rebound to McKenzie. Shoots. Tejan stop. And Tejan will freeze the rebound.
Parting words on the way out. Ethan McKenzie has a chance to maybe get his second of the tournament.
He was a big part of Canada's win against the Czechs. A goal and 2 assists, +3. Played a ton in the third period. Was on the ice in the last minute with Canada protecting a 1-goal lead.
And he's played himself to a solid spot on the roster, right where he deserves to be.
Martone looks back down to Iginla. Siege Iginla back around for Misa. Iginla walks out, rolls out through the crease, and Verhoff's got it back. Aitchison to Misa. Misa with it again. Feeds that back to Martone. Drops it back to Misa. Shoots short side, hits the goalpost.
Just cruising. Rips one off the bar. You think about the two most talented offensive players for Canada. McKenna got a hat trick, and Michael Misa, who has been steadily getting better and better from the opening faceoff. He was moving faster, more powerfully than we'd seen him in the tournament thus far. And when you skate, good things happen. And he picked up a power play assist. He picked up a goal in the third here. Almost got another one off the bar. And love to see last year's OHL most outstanding player lighting it up.
Brunik pivots back. For McKenna, that centering pass rattles off a couple of skates. Canada comes in 6-0 all time against the Danes at the World Junior Championship. Outscored them 50-4. Canada's only trailed once against Denmark.
That's a hook that they're just going to elect not to call right now.
It's a 7-1 non-call.
We all understand what's happening.
Canada's only trailed once against the Danes. That was in the 2016 tournament in Helsinki. Alexander True scored the first goal of the game to make it 1-0. I think Beauvillier tied it up pretty quickly. Here's Hage with it. Hage gets a step. Works in and shoots. That's off a skate and wide. The puck bounces into the Denmark bench.
Wait this game. Because the offense, of course, has looked much better. He elected to stay with the same 4 lines up front. He's getting contributions from different players, and it looks pretty good right now. So has he answered any questions he's had, or is some of that the fact that it's Denmark?
Right.
And of course, the true answer is probably somewhere in the middle. Yes, I think Misa absolutely looks better, playing better, and that will carry forward against Finland. But also, playing the way they're playing right now won't get 40 shots and 7 goals against Finland, nor should it. But you want your best players feeling good, feeling healthy, and confident, and Misa will certainly take that tonight.
Reed shoots, that's picked up. A chance for Verhoff at the side of the goalpost. Canada has 2 official winter sports, hockey and lacrosse. A third would be second-guessing Canadian hockey decisions. We'll find out more about that when the Olympic team is announced on Wednesday. But there's always a lot of questions and angst and second-guessing. When Canada loses twice in the quarterfinals, it's bound to heat up.
But that is the Billie Jean King. Pressure is a privilege, right?
Right.
Play for Canada.
Reshny works in. Tries to center that, and a chance for Luchenko. Reshny knocks it down for Verhoff. Aitchison pulls out wide of the goal. George leaves that there for Aitchison. The national obsession with who the 14th forward and 8th defenseman are is bemusing to observers from other countries.
I would say it's the obsession with who gets the privilege of playing for the Olympics for Canada.
Right.
Doesn't matter what role they are. It's the fact that you were considered one of the 25 best.
Right.
Now, the 14th forward is not going to determine if they win or not.
Nice shot by Silan is stopped by George. 9:05 to go here in the third in frosty Minnesota.
Right now at Harvey's, you can get 2 flame-grilled burgers for just $8. Make it an original, veggie, or one of each, and top them just the way you like. That's 2 burgers for $8, only until February 1st. It's a beautiful day.
By joining the skilled trades, you'll make a living while making places to live. You'll build a strong, stable career for today and for tomorrow. Plus, with over 140 skilled trades to choose from, there's more opportunity than ever to build a bright future for all of us. Building stronger communities right here at home. That's how we protect Ontario.
Well, there's Oliver Green on the Danish bench. The 18-year-old plays for Malmö in the Swedish Junior League. And there's his dad, Morten Green, played in 15 World Championships for Denmark. GM of the World Championship team and their Olympic team.
I just start doing the numbers. He played for 15. He's been a broadcaster for several.
An agent.
He looks like he's 35.
I know. And
but he's got a 20-year-old son playing. So the numbers don't check out. No matter, he's got great skincare routine.
Well, we mentioned last year was a terrific year for Danish hockey. Last season, they began the year by qualifying for the Olympics. Their NHL players will go for the first time. Just their second appearance in Olympic hockey competition. As McGinley sweeps that back in front. And Misa throws that towards the goal.
Porter Martone, I think, has got some stickum on his tape because in traffic, he's got a puck that sort of hangs on that toe curve of his. He can wheel and fire, and it just stays on the blade for a long time. McGinley drives this one wide. Martone, there it is. Wheels almost gets it going 5-hole.
Off the face-off, poked ahead by Bundgaard.
Swish. Kenzie almost kissed the boards there. Another non-call.
Yeah.
Going both ways.
McGinley centers it. That's tipped wide by Brunick, who had jumped up. And Misa kicks that free. In with McGinley. Misa back on it for McGinley. Around to Martone. McGinley. Try to slide that back across.
A tidy little drag to get out front.
Martone walks in and shoots. That was blocked. And William Bundgaard has it back. Rink wide pass to Oliver Green. Draft eligible. McKenzie lines it around for Brunick. And there's McKenzie back with it.
I like McTavish taking the puck here. He wants it. He wants it on his tape.
And leads that pass for Hayes, moving in. What a move. Hayes comes in, and Tejan freezes, but he's got it.
The dynamic duo just going to work. McKenna says, you know what? Our usual control breakout is me swinging the corner. I might just take this one behind the net myself. Draw a whole bunch of people to me. Kick it out to Hayes, and here's that inside-out move that he does so well. Not able to find a corner on the finish, but slid past the defenseman with no difficulty. The fact that he could do it at such high speed. As the linesman was just returning a discarded mouth guard to the Danish bench, which somebody probably will just maybe rinse out, put right back in their mouth. Not the most sanitary.
Perek bangs that back down. Reshny feeds it around for Bear. And Reed has it back at center ice. 7 to go in the third period. Cole Reshny wraps it around, but that slid off his stick, and now Reed goes back to pick it up. And now Perek across the line, but the play's offside.
St. Perek talked a little bit about he was feeling a little under the weather earlier in the tournament.
Yeah, someone's going through their room.
Something going on in the room, so you hope it's not serious. You hope these young, healthy athletes can shake off maybe a teaser cold or whatever it might be quickly. And as we get into the second week of this tournament, be close to 100% as a group.
Here's O'Reilly on it. Bank back around Desnoyers. Desnoyers moves it back around to Baudouin. This line has been trusted by the head coach as Bearhoff's shot was tipped wide. Aitchison looks back down to O'Reilly. In for Baudouin, across for Aitchison. Holds off the Danish defender and slides that back to O'Reilly. O'Reilly. Moves around Olsen, but Olsen chips it back to center ice as Bearhoff gathers it back up. Sent back down to the Danish zone by Aitchison. And O'Reilly back for Desnoyers. In the high slot, Aitchison shoots, scores! Keishon Aitchison has his first. And it's 8-1 Canada.
Nice for that line to be rewarded for their good work with a goal, some points for the wingers. And Aitchison showing exactly how he scored 19 already for Barrie as a defenseman with that release. And O'Reilly just chips it back. Desnoyers finds Aitchison, and it's a good shot. And when you can shoot like this, that's why I wonder if Canada can't shoot a bit more to score. You can hear that clunk off the bar. Bar down, perfect shot. Keishon Aitchison for his first of the tournament.
And their first round pick in 2025.
And he's embraced being a physical defender as opposed to the offensive juggernaut he is in the OHL.
Which is one of the things you have to do here at any international tournament. We'll see it at the Olympics as well. Guys who normally play on the power play and play lots of minutes will get less ice time and a different role. Misa back around for Martone, shoots, scores! And the Martone's happy as this line strikes again.
Croner likes the tight angle shots, apparently. Scored one on his off wing on a power play goal earlier in the game, and this one chip and then puck support for a turnover. Michael Misa grabs it. And that is nicely done. That's Draisaitl territory, except it's on his offside or strong side. And he gets it, what, through the blocker side hole? Yep. Deflects it in. Goal scorer's goal right there for Porter Martone, who needed this kind of game just to, you know, chaotic first few days for him.
He's got 2 tonight.
Just to play and score some goals and do his thing.
And a muted celebration by the Canadians. They just skate it back to the bench. No fly-by, no.
Breakaway.
Chance now. Busting in his Hage again. And takes a whack there from Jesper Olsson. Hage knocks it down. And out comes Green. Oliver Green works in. Drops out in the high slot. And a good stop by Carter George on William Bungard. Lots of smiles to go around as Canada's got a 9-1 lead on Denmark on day 4 of the 2026 World Junior Hockey Championship. Decide who plays who in the quarters on January 2nd.
The Finns will have lots to play for. They're not guaranteed second.
Right.
If they were to lose in regulation and Czechia beats Latvia, they would be third. So Canada's guaranteed top two. Finland is not.
Right. Brought back in by Reshny. The high slot that was knocked down by Clevo. Chip back down to the Danish zone, and that'll be icing called against Canada.
Got the wave going around this rink right now. The crowd start percolating.
So there's what we talked about. Canada left a point in the table in the overtime win over Latvia, but the Finns lost in overtime today to the Czechs.
So to understand it, if Czechia wins, they get to 8. If Canada loses to Finland in regulation, they're at 8, but head-to-head, Canada has the tiebreaker because of that earlier victory. So that's what secures the top 2 spot for them.
But as you said, the Czechs hold the tiebreaker on the Finns.
So we know who Czechia will be cheering for. Loudly for Canada.
Baudouin feeds it back across. O'Reilly works it back around. Funny seeing Dale Hunter behind the Canadian bench and thinking back to the gold medal win he coached Canada to in 2020. He talked about the fact that you'll face adversity as there's a chance for O'Reilly in tight. Canada lost 6-0 to Russia in the preliminary round of that tournament.
Not really how you start. It's how you play 3 games at the end.
And it's, again, single elimination, right? And that gold medal game was one for the ages. O'Reilly works back in, and fires, and a glove stop made by Tejan.
Look at Tejan for battling right to the end. This was always going to be a tough assignment. They're resting Anton Vilda, their starter for tomorrow's huge game against Latvia.
Right.
So he's just chilling, not going to go in no matter what happens in this one. Tejan's to finish it all the way out, coming up on 50 shots against by Canada.
Off the draw, brought in by Iginla. Inside 3 to go in the third period. Iginla works back in and shoots. A quick flip and knocked away by Tejan. Reed plays it back out. Knocked back in by Olsen. Olsen fires it back down to the Canadian zone. Lingard winds it back in front. Rolling puck. George makes a quick save there on Oliver Green. Cage up to Iginla. Cage drops it back. Martone in the high slot for Aitchison. Aitchison winds back in. Centers it. Martone had that knocked away. Tomorrow in Group B, it's Latvia, Denmark. In Group A, it's Switzerland, Germany. And we should have a clearer picture who's going to play the relegation playoff after tomorrow, barring something unforeseen. Schulda works back in. A backhand shot taken there by Linda. Turned away by George. Age for McKenna. Here he comes looking for 4. McKenna, poke check there. by Bertram. McKenna back on it. Pass across to McKenzie. In the high slot for McKenna. That's knocked away, and Scholdan brings it back out in the final minute of the third period. McKenzie back to pick it up. Nathan McKenzie winds his way out. Up for Coots. A backhand shot turned away by Tejan. Luchenko shoots. That's tipped wide by Bear. And the play's offside at the Danish line.
So Canada gets a day off. Did not practice in their day off yesterday. Had a full morning skate today, which most teams don't usually do.
Right.
Tournament. They sort of work on the off days and rest on the game days, but break down the tape of Finland. Get ready for New Year's Eve.
Yeah. That's what you hope for. A game for the Marbles. On the last day of 2025, Canada wins it by a final score of 9-1. The final shot's 48-12. Gavin McKenna records the hat trick. And Canada improves its record to 3-0. Heading for the showdown with Finland on New Year's Eve. Danes drop to 0-3. They'll close out the preliminary round tomorrow against Latvia.
Canada wanted to stay with the same lines, find some continuity, and find the back of the net. And they did a lot of that, especially up front. Their two big stars were top of the marquee in this one. Michael Misa, Gavin McKenna were fantastic.
Now we'll get the player of the game presentations and then the Canadian national anthem.
I think McKenna knows it might be him.
Yeah.
He dropped the neck guard.
Yeah, I think
he got the hair in the right order.
I think there's a blanket in his future.
This team will now be awarded with a Faribault Mills blanket featuring the Land of 10,000 Rinks mural, specially commissioned for the 2026 IIHF World Junior Championship. Designed by Minnesota-based Indigenous artist Shauna Boulette Grappentine as part of the Assist 26 Community Initiative, the artwork honors the Indigenous lands, cultural teachings, and deep hockey roots that define Minnesota. The prizes will now be presented by Dr. Dan Ninham and Susan Ninham, founders of North American Indigenous Athletics Hall of Fame. The best player of Team Denmark, number 24, Mads Kluvo.
Kluvo was the only Dane to score on Carter George, the only drafted player for Denmark, a Florida fourth-round pick.
And the best player for Team Canada, number 9, Gavin McKenna.
The pride of Whitehorse, Yukon.
He's done this a time or two. I love him. He drops the gloves, leaves the stick.
Mom and dad, grandparents, sister here.
Yukon, you might be able to use that blanket.
Need it here.
It's fair enough. We're right home.
At this time, we ask those who are able to please rise for the national anthem of Canada.
So the boys in red do exactly what they were expected to do, exactly what they wanted to do. Dominate from start to finish, get a lot of players on the score sheet to feel a little bit better about themselves because
полный месяц встал над лугом, неизменным дивным кругом светит и молчит. Бледный луг цветущий, мрак ночной по нем ползущий отдыхает, спит. Жутко выйти на дорогу, непонятная тревога под луной царит. Хоть и знаешь, утром рано солнце выйдет из тумана, поле озарит. И тогда пройдешь тропинкой, где под каждой пылинкой жизнь кипит. И тогда пройдешь тропинкой, где под каждой пылинкой жизнь кипит. Над лугом, неизменным дивным кругом светит и молчит. Бледный луг цветущий, мрак ночной по нем ползущий отдыхает, спит. Жутко выйти на дорогу, непонятная тревога под луной царит. Хоть и знаешь, утром рано солнце выйдет из тумана, поле озарит. И тогда пройдешь тропинкой, где под каждой пылинкой жизнь кипит. И тогда пройдешь тропинкой, где под каждой пылинкой жизнь кипит. Хоть и знаешь, утром рано солнце выйдет из тумана, поле озарит. И тогда пройдешь тропинкой, где под каждой пылинкой жизнь кипит. Пусть светит месяц, ночь темна, пусть жизнь приносит людям счастье. В моей душе любви весна, не смей быть бурно ненастья. Ночь распростерлась надо мной, и отвечает мертвым взглядом на тусклый взор души больной, облитой острым сладким ядом. Облитой острым сладким ядом. И тщетно страсти затая в холодной мгле передрассветной. Среди толпы блуждаю я с одной лишь думаю заветной. Пусть светит месяц, ночь темна, моей душе любви весна не сменит бурного ненастья. Светит месяц, ночь темна, пусть жизнь приносит людям счастье. В моей душе любви весна не сменит бурного ненастья.